Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode of StudioJake. Now I know last week I kind of went off on a political rant, and I don't usually like to do that. Normally with my video series I try to keep politics out of it, but I just think that needed to be said. So today I'm going to go a little bit lighter. We're mainly going to talk about pop culture. So I just want to share some of my thoughts about some of the movies that are coming out, some of them that I'm excited for, and also I'm going to show you some of my collections that I have. Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome, and some might surprise you. So just relax, sit back, take a deep breath, because here comes Studio Jake. Hey everyone, welcome back. So, I want to tell you some of the television series I'm excited for, and some I'm not so excited for. 3 excited fors. Alright, so anyway, take a deep breath, and let's get this started. Now, Inhumans. Marvel has been planning this movie for, I think since they realized they couldn't use the X-Men because Fox still had the rights to them. So they've been planning this series called The Inhumans, and it was kind of the brainchild of David Perlmutter, who's the CEO of Marvel. He kind of wanted to do that because he wanted to create a series outside of the X-Men that involved, people with special powers who are born with those powers, as opposed to Iron Man, who develops a suit of armor, Captain America, who gets an injection. And some of the characters, they have Black Bolt, Medusa, Lockjaw, Lockjaw's X-Men. Woo, that would have been a lot of hate in the comics. I'm sorry, but anyway, Karnak, Triton, a lot of strangely named characters. Black Bolt, of course, is the king of the Inhumans and whatnot. So they greenlit the series because the movie was never going to happen. There was just not enough interest, and especially when Disney signed that deal with Sony to get Spider-Man, where are the Inhumans going to fit in these movies? So they introduced the Inhumans in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and of course Agent Skye, or excuse me, Daisy Johnson, who is now being referred to as Quake in the show, she was kind of the first Inhuman, and I really think they did that to kind of test the waters for it, which I think was really smart. And I have to be honest, with the show, I really wanted to see Marvel's Most Wanted more, but that show got canceled, and I actually have an article about that on my blog. Head over there and just type in Most Wanted in the search bar, and it's there. Because that was actually about a character, Mockingbird. And I was kind of hoping Mockingbird would get her powers, whether through the Terrigen Mist that creates the Inhumans or whatever. I would have liked to have seen that. She has really cool powers. She has kind of similar to what, what's his name? Oliver Queen's sidekick, where she has a physical memory where she memorizes the people she's fighting with. She memorizes their fight style and is able to duplicate. Oh, similar to Taskmaster, the villain. Similar to him. She has almost identical powers to that. And I would have really liked to see her and Lance Hunter do their thing, because they were kind of really awesome characters. I mean, I miss them from the show, and they kind of make references to them. So I'm hoping that they'll get smart and bring them back. But anyway, the Inhuman series, this is what I think is going to happen with it, because they're going to want to tie it to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but not tie it to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So when the villain Hive is awoken in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the last season, not this current season, but the previous season, and Hive sends out the signal to attract Kree hunters because he wants to steal their DNA for his experiments in creating Inhumans. I think what's going to happen is Attilan, which is where Black Bolt and Medusa and all these characters are, I think it's going to come alive because they've been waiting for this signal, and it's going to draw them to Earth. And so I think the first 2 seasons, because for a while, Adelan is in space. They're just kind of floating around, and they interact with the Kree and the Skrulls and the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Shi'ar. And so I think that's what kind of the first season is going to be. It's going to be their journey to Earth, and I think they might even push that into the second season. And then in the third season, so by then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be in its 5th season, that's when they'll cross over. And what I'm hoping is they put Adelan on the moon, so that way it can kind of be, like, I mean, after their crossover, they'll put Adelan on the moon, where it is for a time in the comic books. They just kind of, you know, stay out of the way. And they have, and they can interact with characters like the Watcher. And I'm sorry, I have the hiccups or something. I keep going at you, I'm sorry. But anyway, I hope that that's what they do. And then they can cross over in once in a while. You know, Black Bolt can come to help Agent Johnson and all this. He can, you know, whenever there's a need, or there's a rogue Inhuman, Black Bolt comes down. Because one of the things that people pointed out is when they created Lash for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Lash was kind of Black Bolt's enforcer. He was kind of the muscle for Black Bolt. He wasn't a very well-known comic character, so I understand why they used Lash the way they did in the show. I'm not too concerned about how it's going to go. But anyway, I think that that's what they're going to do, and we might see more Terrigen Mist-inspired heroes, like in Avengers Age Ultron Revolution, the animated series. That's how Miss Marvel is created, and they kind of created because they can't use the Fantastic Four anymore with the new deal with Fox. They introduce a new character named Inferno, who has almost identical powers to Human Torch. I mean, it's actually kind of hilarious. I don't know why they just didn't use Hector Hammond and just named him Spitfire and Inferno or something like that, but they didn't. So anyway, I'm also excited for Iron Fist. Iron Fist is one of my favorite of the second-tier superheroes, along with Luke Cage. I'm really excited for that show. I think it's going to be great. I actually think it's going to change how Marvel thinks their Netflix series and how they think their television shows. The actor they have, I know he's not very well known, but I think he's going to do a good job. I really hope that they use other villains. Now that they have Spider-Man in the fold, I really hope they use other villains besides the Red Ninjas. I can't. What are they called? I feel terrible that I can't remember what they're called, that ninja cult. But anyway, there are other ones like the Sons of the Serpents, which is a radical racist group. Originally, the Sons of the Serpents were a ploy by Communist China, Russia, and Cuba to make they're very meant to show Captain America's patriotism. Now, I understand nowadays people hate patriotism and all that. I love patriotism. But anyway, so I understand if they kind of want to just make Sons of the Serpent just kind of this generic terrorist group that Iron Fist takes on and whatnot. Because I know they'll never. I know they're primarily a Captain America villain, but they'll never appear in the Marvel movies. I mean, come on, they're not even that big a deal. So it would be cool to see Danny Rand fight them in the shows. Not excited about Cloak and Dagger. To me, they're below even third-tier superheroes. I mean, they're good for supporting characters, and they're good for the New Warriors and Spider-Man, you know, as second-string characters. But, come on, do they really deserve their own show on Freeform? Come on, there's so many other... If you want to do Spider-Man spin-off characters, I mean, there's the Puma, there's the Prowler, there's all kinds of great... Scarlet Spider, there's all kinds of great characters you could spin off. Why Cloak and Dagger? Seriously. It doesn't make sense to me. So, that's what I'm excited. I'm excited for the next season of Gotham. I really think this season ended well. I think that the upcoming season is good. I hated Gotham in the first season, but then I fell in love with it in the second season, continued on into the third, and I can't wait for the upcoming one. I did think they were pushing Jerome with the face a little too much. I think what we're going to see is, because they've already said that Edward Nygma is going to go full Riddler in the next one, and what I think is going to happen is they're going to build up to a Zero-Gear type of situation where Riddler's going to take over the whole city, and he's going to He's going to close it down. He's going to rule it. And instead of Bruce traveling abroad to train, he's going to train with Alfred and maybe even with Gordon and some other characters. He's going to train right there in Gotham during this 0 year or no man's land type situation. Only time will tell. We'll see. Now anyway, got a couple other topics I wanted to share with you. So, I collect Dragon Ball Z trading cards. I have not yet found anyone who I can play with. That sounds really weird to say, who will trade cards with me. But anyway, I have the rule book here. I've got this really awesome board. I wish they'd actually make like a real board for us real collectors instead of giving us just this random paper one. If they have made one, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. But I highly recommend this game. I'm not a Pokemon fan. I think Pokemon is a waste of time. I think it's for little kids. Dragon Ball Z is something that's enduring. I mean, we saw it when we were teenagers. Actually, I have a little bit of a confession. I was not a Dragon Ball Z fan when I was a teenager. No, I was way more into Batman and Gundam. I was into Mobile Fighter G Gundam. My wife, who is not a nerd, she nerds out over Dragon Ball Z. She loves it, and she actually got into it. So I'm going to show you some of my cards. Now, one of the things I love about this is it brings you classic characters. So, and also some of their moves. So, like here's, it says Tenshinhan, which is his. I'm probably really mispronouncing that, but TN, as he's known as in America. This is him, and you can get cards that go along with him, like his Tri-Beam Cannon. So, I mean, they have a ton of good ones. So, here's Vegeta. Super Saiyan Vegeta. I don't know why they made him. I mean, if they're going to make him a level 1, or this card level 1, they shouldn't have made him Super Saiyan. That was really stupid. Now, I got the starter deck, which came with some of these bonus embossed cards. So here's Piccolo. I've got level 4 Gohan, Yamcha, Krillin, of course, and who can forget Master Roshi. And then they also have like kind of cool side characters like Nail from the Namek Saga, or Frieza Saga, or Ginyu Saga, whatever you want to call it. They also have not just those characters, but they also have villains. So they have Raditz, they have Garlic Jr., who is from Dragon Ball Z, the Dead Zone, and then later the Garlic Jr. Saga. Here's a fun fact. The Garlic Jr. Saga is the only saga that actually connects to one of the Dragon Ball Z movies. And it's actually Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone, or as it was called in America, the movie, is the only one that there's only minor continuity problems, but they're not that big. Also, we have Captain Ginyu, can't forget about him. Zarbon, who's Frieza's aide. And for villain Vegeta, they have the classic shorty brown hair style that he did in the first, in the Saiyan saga. And of course with him, who could forget his famous saying, "It's over 9,000!" whenever he was first meeting Goku, or as he calls him, Kakarot. Now, one of the other cool things I like about the card game, though, is they don't just limit to the television series. They also have other characters from the movies. So you've got Cooler, and this is him actually from Return of Cooler. He was first introduced in Revenge of Cooler, where he sees a video playing of Frieza getting killed, and he goes to Earth. Dr. Wheelo, or as we know him, Dr. Gero in America. This is from the film. Oh man, I can't remember the name of the movie, but anyway. And here's, of course, Android 13. He goes right along with that. On this one too, this was an Target exclusive. I don't know why it was. Black Smoothless drills. They have these drills, and they're supposed to help you upgrade your characters as you play. Maybe you can let me know below in the comment section. Why is this an exclusive card to Target? Do they not sell it? Because they also ironically sell these at Dollar Tree. Why does this one get to go to Target? Is it just some deal that Toei Animation has? And of course, who could forget the ever-lovable Goku? I have all the boss ones all the way up to Super Saiyan level 1. So here's him. Here's level 2, which shows the now forgotten Kaioken. And then Level 3 when he's doing the Spirit Bomb in the Frieza Saga, and of course level 4 is Super Saiyan level 1. So, and one of the last but final things about this that I love is I love his that you can collect the Dragon Balls. So, anyway, that's all the time I have for today. Don't forget I'm going to be in a new studio. Find me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/StudioJake. Be sure to like this video and click follow. And I'll be in a new studio. Now I'll be in a transition mode for a little bit, but then I'll be right back on top. I'm going to have a new background and all kinds of new topics to discuss with you guys. All of you are awesome. Thank you for watching my videos. Follow me on Twitter at RealJakeberry. Comment below, let me know what I can improve, what you like about the show, so I can just keep giving you more of the best. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next time, right here on Studio Jake. God bless you, fans.